welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry and this is Blue, and this is an exciting day in the life of our channel here, Lessons Learned. So today we're going to be talking about our online auction for the Blues Boutique quilt, which you all have seen pictures of on Facebook, or you may be able to just run over to the eBay listing that I have linked in the description box to see those pictures if you haven't. And I just want to give a little information about the auction and how this is going to play out. Hopefully, this has all been a big experiment. Earlier in the year, I decided I wanted to do a charity event, I guess you could say, regarding animals, particularly dogs and cats, pets. So I set out some loose guidelines as to what I thought we could do back then, and then it's just kind of evolved as time has gone on. But we have the beautiful quilt ready to go, and now it's time to get busy. Yes, we've been busy. You all have made blocks. You sent me blocks. You went to the expense with postage and your time and all of those things, which are precious, and I appreciate it very, very much. It's very valuable. And then now we also have this quilt that's been quilted by Mary of Broken Dishes Quilting, and she helped us a little bit out there too, well, quite a bit actually. And you know, I put all the time and effort into sewing the blocks together and making the backing, providing the backing, the batting, and all of that sort of thing, which I gladly will do. And so now we have our beautiful quilt finished, and it's ready to go to its new home. Hopefully someone who also has deep love for pets in their lives, and around the world those who need have special needs. We have a lot of natural disasters these days where dogs need help, cats need help. You know, there's things going on we don't even want to think about with animals, and the Humane Society of the United States is a big help in that. So I wanted to donate to them by means of this quilt. So go ahead and check out the listing. I will show you right now. It went live yesterday, Tuesday the 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So the listing has been up, but as of the filming of this video, I only have the listing not live. So I just kind of wanted to let you see kind of what it looks like. And then there's a bunch of other pictures here. I don't know if I can do this without some of the prints. Not everything. A few views with blue in it. There's the back. Another back one there. It's kind of hard to show you, but the link is in the description box of this video, so you can go see the live auction taking place right now. I did put a reserve on it. Of course, I'm not going to reveal what that reserve is, but I'll give you a clue that it's what I deemed that was materially put into it. So even if we only get the amount for it of, you know, what we put into it with fabric and everything, you know, that'll be our contribution to the Humane Society of the United States. So, you know, that will be something. I don't know. I don't have any idea how this auction is going to turn out, but I do need your help. So grab this link in the description box of the auction, and if you're on any social media whatsoever, please share it. Put it up as a post, and then get it out as far as you can. So all of you who have Facebook and Instagram and all those things, please grab the link, and if you can make a post about it, send it out to all of your friends. So there's other ways too that you can do that. You could print out the listing and actually take it to bulletin boards, like at your Possibly your vet has bulletin boards, or any business that has a bulletin board. Your bank, your grocery store, whatever. So print out a few, and as you're running around about town, then drop those off where they're welcome. So don't leave anything anywhere that you're not supposed to. So that's one way. And then also I wanted to mention on the Facebook postings that you do, make sure that you say something about it. Say, this is my friend Sherry is hosting this auction for the benefit of the Humane Society, and go take a look, place a bid, that kind of thing. So the more people that we can get it out to, the more chances we are going to run into just the right person that's willing to see the value in it, has the same interest in animals, and is willing to pay a nice donation for this quilt. So this is not just a simple raffle type thing, which raffles are fine, but they're very logistically difficult. And then, as I've explained before, I don't feel that conscientiously I really can't do a raffle, because that's taking money that people don't get anything back for. It's a chance, so it's like gambling. So I don't really want to support that, and that's my decision. So any of you who want to conduct raffles, I have no problem with that. Just you do what you have to do. But I personally will not be doing any raffles here on the channel. So I'm really excited. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't want to say, oh, it's either going to be a total flop or a total success. That's so cliche. It probably will wind up somewhere in the middle. But we'll learn a lot. We will learn a lot with this, and see if it's something we want to continue doing, or if we want to switch gears on how we do it. But I definitely want to stay within this type of donation, this type of charity regarding animals, and help the animals out with our craft. We love making the little simple blocks that we made. It was easy. It didn't take a lot of time or resource, but it made such a beautiful quilt. And this will fit on a queen bed with a 12-inch drop on each side, and it's extra long. It's 112.5 inches long. So it's you're going to get a good hang off the end. And then also, what was I going to say? Oh, the width is 86.5. So your standard queen size mattress is 60 inches across, and this is 86.5. So you're going to get at least, like I said, a good foot off each side, and then quite a bit on the bottom. Or it's maybe possible you could put your pillows under it. You know how you make your bed and you put your pillows under your quilt. It's possible you could do that with it. So now, I'm not expecting any of you to feel in any way, shape, or form obligated to bid. You're welcome to. You're welcome to get in on the bidding if you see it being active. Get in on the bidding, and we want to get it up as high as possible, right? So that can be a fun part that you can participate in. I already put in a bid of $100. So it's time to let this auction take off if it hasn't already. Like I said, at the time of this filming, it's not live yet. So I'm excited this evening, which is Tuesday evening, to see what that's gonna, if it's gonna get any traffic at all right at the beginning. I don't know. Probably not. It needs to be known about by all of you before we can get some traffic in there. So thank you to everyone who participated in this experimental charity project. It's been interesting. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. I really have. I would do it again if this thing turns out like I want it to. So there is a buy it now out there for $5,000. And it's up that high because I just didn't want to underestimate what somebody might pay for their quilt. So, there's some people out there that have a very profound appreciation for handmade things. And yes, we did do almost all of this on the machine. Well, yeah, we did all of this on the machine. So I bound it on the machine too. So, they appreciate the art that's involved in putting something like this together. It's an original pattern. It's, not anything complicated, but I saw some patterns that I wanted to kind of imitate, change a little bit, and make up my own sizes. So in effect, it is an original pattern. So there's no other quilt on the earth like this quilt, and that's of value to people. So I hope with all of your help of getting the word out, it will be a success. I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. So look at that listing, print off some sheets, pass around, put it on your social media for sure, and we'll see what happens. So it's like I said at the beginning, it's an exciting day in Lessons Learned. So I hope you're as excited as I am about it. All right, if you have any questions about any of that, or anything, you want to do and you want to ask me about or whatever, please do. Oh, also take it to your quilt guilds and tell them to also, put it on their social media. Just get the idea is to get the largest reach we can possibly get with this listing, with this auction. That's the goal. So it's a 7-day auction, and it will renew for, I think it said it would renew 7 times for free. The original listing fee was like $26.25 on this item. So, from here on out, we can, if we just don't get, past the reserve, then, I can renew it for several weeks. So I'll keep you posted how it's going. Of course, you can go in there anytime and look and see how it's doing. All right, the other exciting thing that's going on. I told you it was going to be exciting today. The Sew Along, the Scrappy Celebrations Sew Along, that is using this magazine, American Patchwork and Quilting, of April 2023. We are making this quilt as an 8-week sew along. So this is on page 30 in your magazine if you have it. If you have not received your back issue yet, or haven't went in to get your digital copy yet, it's time to do that. But even if you don't have it in your hand right now, what I'm going to tell you is information that you don't need the magazine just yet, or you don't even need the pattern just yet. Fabric selection, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So the fabric selection is some kind of, it's scrappy, so you can use anything you have in your scraps or your color bins, or however you store your fabric, your fat quarters, whatever. This pattern wants you to select a variety of prints within the colors. So I have pulled from my stash something like this. Doesn't that look like a fabric line? It isn't. It isn't a fabric line. It's just stash. That's all it is. And it's all different kinds, all different sizes, all different designers, all different companies. It's all 100% cotton, of course. But these are the colors that is in the quilt, and they are pink, red and dark pink, green, orange, blue, yellow, and white. So I have provided also in the description box a little worksheet for you to start looking for your fabrics and how much you need. These are the fabric requirements. And then also in this top section here, you're going to see what we're going to be doing, what to complete each week. So you can print this out and then check them off, get your cutting done. For sure, this week, this is what the first week is, starting today, is finding your fabric. But with this worksheet I'm putting in there, even if you don't have your paper pattern yet, if you've ordered the magazine or the paper pattern, you can get your fabric out, you can find it, and you can't cut it yet. You can't cut it. You got to have the pattern to cut it. But at least you can get your fabric out. Now, a question came up about starching before starting. That's just a general rule for you. I don't starch. It would be nice if I had the room to go ahead and press all of these, iron them, and get them all straightened out and have them somewhere. But you know, I keep my stuff in project bins, so I don't, I just don't have room to spread out a bunch of flat fabric all over the place. I have my cutting table and my ironing board, and I do multiple projects at a time, so I really just can't have this out. Now, if you're one of those people that does one project at a time, yeah, you probably got room on your table or somewhere in your room or in another room of your house to lay out your flat pieces and then cut each week. That's another question. Cut each week or cut all at the same time? Again, it's up to you. I will cut each week. Again, because I'm not going to have my pressed fabric laying out anywhere, to do that. So I don't starch fabric to start with. Some of you religiously do that, and that's awesome. I probably should, to kind of perfect my skills, but I'm probably never going to. I'll just be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, just you do you on that. Your fabrics, like I said, just grab them and put them in those color combinations, and you'll see it come together. Now, mine is not quite those colors. I mean, I don't know. It might look just like that when I get done. I fussed over it a little bit, trying to figure out what I wanted to use, because some things I just felt like, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. But now that I see it like this, yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work. So going by these yardage amounts, now it's not broken down into pre-cut sizes. It's in yardage. So if it says 1 yard, you're going to need 4 fat quarters if that's what you got. You certainly can use the same color for all of them. It's going to give a totally different look to your quilt. It's going to look a little more organized instead of scrappy, and there's nothing wrong with that. You could do that with this, even though it's called scrappy. And then also the white, it's calling for 2 3/4 yards of white prints. In my stash, for some reason, it's just the things that I'm drawn to, I guess, I do not have whites that have print on them. I don't have white backgrounded prints. I just don't have them. I might be able to find you one. I've got those whites with the words and houses on them, but that's not this type of quilt. So I am using this white on white. I have I have a little more than enough to do this with. I have like 3 1/4, 3.5 yards of this. It's a white on white. I'm going to use this for all of my whites. So 2 3/4 yards. There's going to be some of this in every single block. So you can do that too if you want to. Or any white that you have that is print, not just a white on white, but like if it has like a little pink or red flower on it and it's just really, 90% white, that'll work. That's what they're looking for. And you can see it. Let me see if I can get to the actual picture they have in here. Well, here, this is a good one. See there, you see the white ones? They're all prints. That's what they're calling for, prints. So if you have white prints like that, that's what you should use. I just don't have them. It's a scrappy quilt. I'm not going to go buy anything. So I have this. It's perfect in my opinion. So I am going to use that. So the auction is up. Our scrappy celebration sew along is up. This is week 1. Gather your fabrics and print out this little sheet here. If you don't have your pattern yet, and get busy finding your fabrics. And then next week, August 14th, Wednesday, is assembling blocks A and B. So surely between now and then your pattern will be available and you can go ahead and cut for blocks A and B. And I have not looked to see how many of each of those we have to make, but we'll worry about that next week, won't we? So you'll see me sew those blocks and we'll be well on our way. 8 weeks is not bad, and the 8th week is putting the rows together to form your top. So not very long, not very long. We'll have a nice, pretty, scrappy, and look how much stuff, well, I probably won't use every inch of this, but look how much stuff will go out of your stash. That's good too, isn't it? All right, I'm going to leave you to it. Remember, get the auction out to as many people as possible and start finding those fabrics for the scrappy sew-along, scrappy celebrations. All right, Blue and I thank you for tuning in today. He's already passed out behind me here on his beanbag, and so I'm going to get into some sewing today, and I hope you are too. All right, we'll see you soon for Finish It Friday. Bye.